Welcome back to this lesson. So we'll be discussing how to overcome losing trades. So as a trader, we have to come to a point in which we learn how can we overcome losing trades, because let me say that losing a trade, it's part of doing business. So but there comes a time when you may lose a trade, but it may come and affect your performance of the next trades. So how can we overcome losing trades? What's the mindset that you should come into with as a trader? Either you have not engaged, either as a new trader, either you have not gone into live, or as an experienced trader, what is it that you can do to help you to overcome losing trades? Maybe the reason as to why you are a break-even trader is because you lost one trade and that trade impacted your performance in the long term of your outcome of the trades. So how can we overcome losing trades? So we have to understand that there are primary trading fears. So, and these trading fears that which most traders face, and let me say that some have been able to overcome them, but some have not. So we have to understand that there are trading fears that a trader may face. So like being wrong, you can come and do your analysis, but because maybe you have not yet practiced and gained consistency, maybe you jump right into taking the next trade, or you have seen a setup looks like your strategy, but you come and jump in, and maybe the first trade you lost, but maybe the next one you went back, reevaluated your strategy, but since the first one you saw that it looked like your strategy, but you failed, or maybe the trade did not go as you planned. So the next trade you may feel like, what if I am wrong? What if, because I did the same thing that I did the other time, what if what I'm doing right now is the same and maybe I am wrong in my analysis? So we have to understand that some of the trading fears that a trader faces is the idea of being wrong. And I can say how we can overcome it is by, first of all, you practice. Then I can say don't engage, don't jump right after you have seen, maybe you have gone into your studies, you have just learned about a strategy, then you jump right into trading. So I can advise that you don't do that, but instead sit, just relax, because the time in which you come to earn money, it is longer period than the time in which you want to practice and you want to discipline yourself as a trader. So how to avoid being wrong is by doing more practice and exercises, and then through demo practicing you can be able to enter trades. You demo practice for a period of time, maybe 3 months, 6 months, until you see that you have gained consistency. So the next one is losing money. So some traders face the idea of, what if I lose this money? So, but you have to know that as a trader, you cannot trade with money that you have not, you are not willing to lose. So that is what you have to understand. Then every trade, you have to calculate the risk that you are willing to lose, so that it may not impact, or you may not feel that fear of, what if I lose money, because you have calculated your risk. The other thing is missing out. So this comes as a result of you have seen a setup, then you see that either the market has rallied away and has not yet given you your entry point. So what do you do after that? So most traders, they jump right into the market even after the market has already expanded. And you see, this makes the market to catch your stop loss. Let me say catch your stop loss, or your stop loss may be hit because you may come and place a tight stop loss, or you may have entered or miscalculated your stop loss, or maybe you entered very much. If you are selling, you entered deep into discount, and as you know, as traders, we buy at a discount, sell at premium. So always wait for that price range, for that price move to come back to you, because it will always do. So even in the fear of missing out, you should be able to question yourself and ask, which is my entry point? And after my entry point, when should I anticipate that the market will come and give me an entry opportunity? So when you practice, you'll be able to know that the market will never leave you. The market will always come back to you, and that is where you want to maximize and find your optimal trade entry. So don't fear, or don't have that fear of missing out in your trades. The market will always come back to you, and if it goes, then let it go. There's always an opportunity tomorrow. Today, if you don't find an opportunity today, and maybe the market rallies away, so if the market rallies away, then let it go. Tomorrow, there's an opportunity. The other thing is leaving money on the table. So some traders see that, for example, they have entered into a very nice trade, but the instance come when the market continues to rally, and maybe they see that this market will continue expanding. This market will expand further and further. So they fear that I'm leaving money on the table, but you never know what the next. So if your trading strategy says that you should exit at a particular sell side liquidity, or at a particular liquidity, then do it, because practicing and disciplining yourself to always maintain your strategy, that is the way to maintaining and achieving consistency. So don't feel like you're leaving money on the table, because when you continue having that track record of success, even though you leave that money on the table, but you have made something, eventually after certain couple of days, it will always come and make sense to your account. So the next one, we'll look at a trader's mindset. So what's the mindset that we should have while trading, while we are in a trade setup, so as to overcome losing our trades? So first of all, let us, as a trader, be confident in the face of uncertainty, and this confidence comes from your practice. So how can you say that you are confident, whereas you have not even achieved a success or made a track record of success in your demo account? So that track record of success will make you to feel confident, and even though you are faced with uncertainty, you'll know that I've practiced this for a period of time and it works. So even though you come to lose a setup or a trade, you'll be able to know that the next one, because I've done it again and again for a couple of period of time and I've gained a track record of success, then you'll know that tomorrow I can do it. So it's not about today, but it's about the general outcome of my trades in maybe in a month or after a certain number of trades. So also as a trader, you should be focused. Yes, you should also accept your risk. So accept the risk of the money that you are risking. Accept it. That know that every time you enter into a trade, know that when you have placed that buy order, when you have placed that market order, that money is not in your account. So always know that when you have placed that order, market order, limit order, stop order, know that that market is not in your account. And so you have to be aware that you have to know that, am I willing to risk that money that you have deposited and you have risked in that particular trade? Also, be disciplined, because of course discipline brings out consistent traders, brings out consistent traders in the end. So be disciplined with your strategy, with your model. Then the other thing, no impulse trading. So don't just jump in, or maybe because you think of a certain idea, don't just come and impulsive enter that trade because of either you feel you have been left out. No impulse trading, guys. So always follow the strategy, follow the rules that you have placed, that you have put in place. So how can you be consistent? So consistency comes when you have a system. Have your own system, and that is, have your own edge. What is it? What is that you have found in the market that makes you different from the others, that makes your trades unique, that makes you to see a record of success? So that's your own edge. Whatever system that you have put in place that is able to make you earn an income through trading, that when you follow it day by day, every day, if you know you are not supposed to trade on Mondays, maybe you have set in your system, this system does not apply on Mondays, does not apply on Tuesdays, then what are you doing trading on Monday? What are you doing trading on Tuesday? If you have said that maybe in the time session I'm not supposed to trade between 5 to 7 a.m., then what are you doing engaging in the market at that time? So have your own system and trust your own system. And how can you trust your own system? It is when you see it working, when you see it having made you a record of success, even through demo, because the demo is one of the best place to practice before you enter into live. Then the other thing I can say is accept the risk before you enter into any trade. As I have said previously, that before you execute, before you place that order, know that money is not in your account anymore. So that's the risk that you face when trading, that you are giving out your own money before you make anything. So after you have made the money, well and good, but before that, always know if you are willing to risk that trade. So for others, you may find that you have an account of maybe $100,000, but you have never even had such an account before. So when you come to risk maybe 1% of that account, you feel it's so impactful on you. So the best is to maybe try to reduce the risk, the risk, or maybe find a smaller account so that you may get familiar and grow from there on. But if you are willing and you can accept your risk and your own system works perfectly, then even we know that we risk 2%, 4%, because you have accepted the risk that comes with risking that particular percentage. Yeah. So that's the end of this lesson, and I hope that you are able to overcome any losing trade, because trading or losing is part of doing business. It's the cost. Losing a trade is the cost of doing business. It's the cost of gaining more information from the market. That's it, guys. Hope you are not hindered, or you don't have a mentality where you are stuck, but you are able to come out of any shell that hinders you from making money in trading. So if you have any question, you may message me, and see you in the next one. Thank you.